So admittedly, it's been a while since I covered the best Wear OS apps for the Galaxy Watch, so here are my top 20 picks for the best Galaxy Watch apps in 2026. And this first app I'm showing off is a really fun one. It's the Sketchpad Wear app. Super simple concept, allows you to draw on your screen, save notes, and even lets you cycle through different colors using the palette in the bottom right. Just adds a degree of functionality to your Galaxy Watch that you wouldn't have otherwise had. My second app recommendation is actually Facer, because a lot of you don't realize that Facer is actually now working again for the Galaxy Watch after a very long stint of being completely broken. It has had loads of improvements too, and you can now clearly see which watch faces are going to drain the most battery. They've also set up a subscription plan, which is one of the very few subscription systems that I'll actually vouch for, because it really does pay for itself very quickly. One of my absolute favorite Facer watch faces at the moment is the B Sharp Circuits 5, and because I know I'll get a million comments asking about it, the watch strap that I'm wearing at the moment is from Illumio. It's literally just come out and it's called the CS03. I think it looks absolutely wicked, but the reason I've ended up wearing this one over my usual ones is just because of the quality and fit. You actually get two different sizes of watch strap inside the box, so it's going to fit pretty much any size wrist, and then the magnetic clasp just makes it particularly easy for me when I'm recording videos just to take it off and on really quickly. So rather than me replying to you all individually, there will be links to this exact watch strap in the pinned comment and the description. Anyway, app number 3 that I'd recommend getting is Empirical Health. Now, it's not exactly an app for your Galaxy Watch per se, but it does make use of your watch's data and gives you more niche insights than Samsung Health does. It can cross-reference things like your blood pressure and even blood tests if you have the data available, and you can even go ahead and order various blood tests directly through the app if you wanted to. It's a really great app to have for those of you who are really keeping a close eye on your health. Now, app number 4 is the Speedometer Pro, which, as the name suggests, is a speedometer for your wrist. Might be really handy if you've got an older car or if you're just a massive nerd like me. Hidden bonus with this app as well, if you swipe to the right, you'll see it shows in great detail your GPS status from your smartwatch in a much better way than the watch does natively. So definitely worth checking that out every now and then. All these features I'm going over now are in fact included for free in the base app, but there is even a paid version to get some extra functionality if you wanted it. App number 5 is another one for the nerds out there, but I do think it's got a really good underlying benefit. It's Pokémon Sleep, and it effectively gamifies your sleep. If you're a bit competitive with yourself like me, then it could lead to some genuine health benefits. Again, it's more of an app for your phone, but you can connect directly to Samsung Health within the app and use your watch's data. It's a much more fun way to track your sleep than the regular Samsung Health. Admittedly, that might be a little bit childish for some of you, so if you want the same sort of gamification and deeper insights into your sleep, I definitely recommend app number 6, which is Sleep as Android Smart Alarm. Now, this one does a lot of the same things with a bit more of a more mature look and feel, but the best feature in my opinion is the smart alarm. It will use your watch's data to detect when the optimal time to wake you up is, and rather than an immediate loud noise, it will gently wake you up from your sleep rather than a sudden shock. It's kind of like those really expensive Philips alarm clocks without the price tag. On top of that, it does look out for noises like snoring and also gives you a report on that, so definitely worth a download to keep an eye on your sleep. Before we move on, give me some genuine feedback here. Do you find these app recommendations actually useful, or are you finding them all a little bit gimmicky? I'd really love to know your thoughts on that. Also, while you're at it, please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I've just gone full time on YouTube, so I need all the support I can get. Anyway, app number 7 and 8, since they go hand in hand, is AutoWear and Tasker. Now, this combo essentially lets you control loads of your phone's functions with your Galaxy Watch. You want the Tasker main app downloaded, which you can get for free with a Play Store subscription, and then the AutoWear app for your watch and phone as a sort of plugin. You can do all sorts of things like open your camera from your smartwatch with a certain gesture. It's a little bit too much setting up for me, but I know some of you guys will really enjoy that. Another one I think you'll all enjoy in at number 9 is Pujie. It's very similar to Facer, but very much growing in popularity. It might even be a little less janky than Facer in some instances. It works really well. It's also got great value in fairness to the devs. For around about $10, you get lifetime access to all of their watch faces, which is a pretty solid deal when you look at it. And like Facer, you can even design your own watch faces in the studio too. My top 3 faces are the GeoMirror OG, which is a very cool analog watch face. Then you've got the Endless Gym, which is also a favorite of mine. I really like the monotone, but also like all the details you get on it. And then finally, the Veroni Classic, which is a very interesting one. Not really seen anything like this before. It's got a really cool 3D geometric pattern to it. As you're most likely wondering, I've paired these watch faces with my second Illumio strap. It's the same CS03 model, but in the other colorway, so it will match the silver Galaxy Watch Ultras a little bit better, but I, for one, actually like the contrast on my black Ultra, to be honest. Honestly, the quality of these straps are absolutely insane. I'll put a link to the second colorway in the description for you as well. Now, app number 10 is Wristkey, and honestly, this might be the most useful app in the whole list. It's an open source two-factor authenticator that runs entirely on your wrist, no phone needed, completely offline, fully encrypted. So if you do log into anything with two-factor authentication, which, let's be honest, most of us do these days, you can get all of your codes straight from your watch instead of digging through your phone every 30 seconds. Genuinely don't know why the bigger names haven't done this yet, but Wristkey just turned up and did it for free, so credit where credit's due. Number 11 is actually a refeature, and it's the Sectograph. This is a calendar that just makes perfect sense for a wearable. It basically takes your day and lays it out as a 24-hour pie chart on a watch face with all of your calendar events set around the dial like sectors. Now, you can have it as a tile or as a full watch face if you want to have it on view all day. It is a legitimate quality of life improvement over a normal calendar, so definitely worth a download. Anyway, app number 12 is Navigation Pro, and this one is for anyone who actually uses their watch when they're out and about. It pushes turn-by-turn directions from Google Maps to your wrist, but unlike the default experience, the fonts are actually big enough to read at a quick glance, and you also get proper vibration cues every single turn. It genuinely makes a difference, and I would just point out there's a huge increase in London, at least, of thieves nicking phones out of people's hands, so it's genuinely an app that actually might save your phone from being stolen. If you did want to download this app or any of the other apps featured in this video, I've put a link in the pinned comment and the description to my Ko-fi page where I've listed all of the apps in order on a single page. You do not need to donate, it's just a place to put all the links for you. Number 13 is a completely different one, and it's Weartrix, and this is a properly underrated app in my opinion. It's a standalone podcast player for the watch, so you can actually download episodes directly to the watch, pair with some Bluetooth headphones, and you can leave your phone at home. If you're someone who goes out for runs or walks and you don't really want the weight of your phone in your pocket, this is a really great one to have. I know Spotify covers most things these days, but for those of you who are really into your podcasts and audiobooks, this is a really clean way to do it without having to pay for Spotify Premium. Now, admittedly, that app might have been a little bit boring, so app number 14 is Weartrix. This is a Tetris meets Match 3 puzzle game. Perfect pastime if you're one of those people that just need something to do and keep themselves occupied all the time. I've been really enjoying it on the Galaxy Watch, so definitely worth a download. As is app number 15, which is Dungeon Dash. It's a very simple swipe-based arcade RPG with a proper storyline, weapons that you can upgrade, and over 60 different levels on a watch. It's genuinely really impressive what they've done with this, and I love that we're seeing more out there apps these days for the Galaxy Watch. Now to the more serious stuff, app number 16 is WristAssist, and this is one of the newer ones doing the rounds at the moment. It's essentially ChatGPT on your wrist, so you can ask it anything, full conversations, voice or text, and it'll give you a proper answer right there on your watch. Worth flagging though, you do need your own OpenAI API key to use it, which sounds a little bit technical, but it's literally a 2-minute job. You sign up to OpenAI, copy a key, paste it in, done. The reason I flagged this app as a really good one is because if you don't want to be using the standard Gemini, this is a really great way to get OpenAI ChatGPT on your Galaxy Watch. And actually, I'll just flag a second app as well. If you're not bothered with the API key faff, for app number 17, there's a very similar app called WristAnswers that's completely free out of the box because it uses Grok instead of ChatGPT. Either way, having actual AI you can talk to on your wrist in 2026 still feels properly futuristic to me. And again, it means that you're not tied to the default Gemini if you do prefer using Grok, for example. App number 18, I'm just going to fly through really quickly because it's kind of an obvious one, but I do think people have really slept on it, and that is SmartThings. It's really improved over the years, and if you've got something like a Samsung TV, you can use your watch as a remote without having to download other apps. It's genuinely worth just having a look at your smart home setup and seeing if you can make use of it. Number 19 is Wear Mouse, been a favorite app of mine for a while now. Very simply, it turns your watch into a mouse for your phone, laptop, or even your tablet. Honestly, wouldn't recommend swapping it out for your actual mouse, but in a pinch, I do think it's a really handy app to have. I would also add here that on top of the mouse functionality, they've also now added keyboard input too, which just makes it a little bit more useful. Now for app 20, I was going to start listing some of the best Galaxy Watch faces you can download, but I've got a whole Watch Face Wars series on that, so click in the left or right corner now to go to that playlist and start binge watching. See you in the next one.